So this is the quick start in its entirety for that scenario. And again, that scenario, the context of the particular type of team and situation is a little bit more than the green stickies that I had up there. But in looking at this, right, it's pretty quick to go through this with a team or with an organization. Formed team, yep, it's an existing product team. It's pretty small, stable, pretty long-lived team. Again, that can be somewhat matrix, but a lot of times in organizations, even if you've got employees and contractors, you might disband people if you're doing more of a project-based approach, and a lot of those people still come back together. Support the team, yep, coaching, mentoring, training. Again, we might not be in a situation where we have all of this, so this might be an area for some of these 67 we wouldn't be able to do. Vision strategy, right? How are we going to at least understand the larger scope of work? So this is intended for sort of project-based work, right? Something that's going to take more than a single story to implement. If we were doing continuous delivery lean, where we could, pull a story from our work items pool or our lean backlog, get it to the point where it meets our definition of done and release it, right? This is where it's some, new business capability, features, things that are going to take a bit of time, more than like a single iteration, a single time box to be able to get to completion and release. Explore scope, again, epic, persona, user story map, having a glossary, business rule, feature statements. So these are all things that oftentimes when I meet with other coaches, whether it's, somebody who's in a Scrum Master role or somebody who's in, just an Agile coach role, somebody who's, I'm an enterprise, Agile coach, somebody, who's got a lot of experience and working on strategy for an organization. And kind of challenge, are there any things here that it wouldn't be good for a team to do? Would it a glossary, having a common vocabulary? Now, I'm not saying we need a glossary that's as big as a DA book, right? I mean, it could be a glossary that's, one page or one small Confluence page, right? With just some of the things to make sure that we're all speaking the same language, right? So this is a really small subset of everything that is in the DA browser. And I'm going to come out of this for just a moment, and I'm going to pull the browser back over. So just kind of going back also to the develop test route, click on something I haven't clicked on. And again, this is a split screen, so I'll just kind of shrink this just to get more on here. Now, develop test strategy, because obviously there's lots of different dimensions of testing. There's lots of testing types that we might potentially be doing. There's a lot of things in this particular process goal. So for those of you that might not be home mechanics, or maybe at some point, I don't know, somebody out there might have actually been a professional mechanic. What you do is, if you're a home-based mechanic, you're going to go to the hardware store, look on Amazon, go to go somewhere to buy your tools. If you're a professional mechanic, oftentimes the tool vendors, they have these really fabulous trucks that'll just show up at the work site, and you can go in them and pick all the tools that you're next going to put into your toolbox. So you don't even need to do that with DA. Now, this is a really big toolbox. This is like the big blue toolbox I started off with. This gets refreshed on a regular basis. So the tool supplier, I won't say vendor, the tool supplier regularly evolves the content here. So you don't even need to go and look for it. Things are being added in. Granted, I mean, there is a little, it's not really free, because there are more things you have to look through. There are more things as this continues to grow that people feel that it's complicated or it's overwhelming. But you're getting more tools put in your box all the time, and it's completely free, right? So it's one of the great things with DA. PMI has made the DA browser completely free for everyone, and I see in the Zoom chat, Pam posted that. You click on that link, you're gonna get to a page, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go to, so if I go to DA browser 5.5, right? So if I come back here, it's gonna take me to this one. Now, if I click on the link, what it's gonna do is it's gonna take me to a landing page for DA resources. And I'm going to just kind of scroll down just a little bit here, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the browser. And we've got our most recent one, which is 5.5. We've got testable versions, right? So from a Discipline Agile certification perspective, they're here. Previous versions, the 4.0 version had been translated in multiple languages, and then kind of a release schedule. So look, this is when your toolbox is automatically going to get refreshed. You don't even have to do anything if you're using it.